Momentarily, and there is the countdown right now. What is up? Welcome back for whoever is watching, whether you are in America, whether you're in Europe, or whether you are watching from the Antarctic. I kind of broke that one down. We are going into round number 4 of the winners bracket. Going to be a best of 3 map MLG dual site game 1. Starting off. Get the interface action going on. Starting off at the bottom right, we do have, or more like our right side, sorry, more like our 3 o'clock. We have our baller Protoss, who's just been running amok in the tournament, just taking opponent out after opponent. It is eSFJoasakura. On the left side of things, we have the all serious, all business. Give me your stream link. No obs, only official people. The green sir, Kemi. That's about as much as I know about him. Definitely an interesting map. You don't always see this every day either. This is MLG dual side for some of the newer players that don't exactly view a lot of games or view some of the big tournaments and just kind of ladder in the sense. You won't see this map a lot at all. It's definitely not a Blizzard map yet. I think it actually should be. It's a pretty cool and neat map. I like it in a sense. We look and see, of course, we got the main. It's a little kind of wide open. It's fine. Looking at the national right now, which eSFJoasakura is about to take with this Forge Fast Expand. It's fairly open. There's a couple of huge chokes that people can walk through. The ramp to the main is a little small. We do see there's a third right next to a big ramp and more access. So a lot of the bases are fairly accessible. So you definitely, if you're a Protoss, you need cannons and force fields and whatever you could like imagine to find a block off stuff. We do see also at the top left side and the bottom right side we do have the gold bases. You also look interesting with the gold bases. You only get one gas, so that's another little interesting tidbit. The Xel'Naga towers are actually gateway looking things, but they are Xel'Naga towers. There are 2 of them. Overall, pretty much each player has 5 bases of their own to each side that they can name. So, yeah, definitely, I mean, a little bit of an introduction if you're a little bit new to watching the map. Definitely like it. So, leaves a lot of interesting play. Favored-wise, I would almost say Terran? Maybe Zerg. Really vulnerable. This map leaves Zerg really vulnerable to the drops, I would think. Well, no, I think it kind of does. But, I mean, again, really easy to take vision. It's actually not a huge map. It's big, but it's not huge. That's what she said. No, I'm just kidding. Oh god, Brad, it's gonna be like PM me just like that's inappropriate for a broadcast. Alright, we're looking right now. Meanwhile, Joasakura is doing a good job kind of blocking off the main right now. Gets that pylon down, and oh my god, but actually might be just a little bit too late at the moment. Looks like, oh, he actually could have kept it there for a while and cancel it a little bit later. Kemi just brings out a couple things. Okay, good. Ratters didn't hear me, that's good. That's great. Alright, meanwhile, Kemi is getting his speed upgrade at the moment, has his gas up, but is not mining from the gas, so it looks like he's going to take his natural. Oh my god, I totally missed. He actually took his third. Skipped the natural, took his third. And I don't know if eSFJoasakura knows or when he will scout that out. That actually might play into favor of Kemi, that he does not know it. Joasakura is going to have that mentality that for now Kemi is sitting on 1 base. Meanwhile, I actually like this positioning. Overlord's really good. Oh my god, we're going to use the V key, and oh, beautiful. We actually get that cool little graphic that I thought GSL only had. Kemi, I guess see that there's a forge right there. Nothing too fishy going on. So, interesting kind of positioning by Joasakura in itself. Usually you would see when there's a Forge Fast Expand, usually would see it at the bottom that blocks off the natural right into here. Cannon would be placed about right here, right behind the middle line, and a cannon about right there. So definitely the wall off in itself leaves you a little bit vulnerable that the cannons are so far out in the front. And especially that there's a choke right here, he could just run by. So just kind of a little bit of a tidbit if you Protoss players are wondering, there is better positioning, more place the forge, the gate, the cannon right here, and another cannon kind of in the back of the mineral line for a little bit better positioning and safety. Meanwhile, we do see that right now, Joesakura kind of doing this thing he did over on Shakura's plateau earlier, setting those zealots, kind of trying to do a little bit of harass right now. He finds out that there is a third by Kemi at the moment. Spinecrawler just finished up. Queen does survive, and I think only one drone got killed, and the natural for Kemi is done too. So Kemi is definitely looking to be on the macro side of things, and actually there is a chance he might get punished for this. Has to be really careful. I do see a Stargate in production somewhere, and there it is. There's a Stargate. Joesakura, I mean, channeling his inner MC at the moment. Going the Stargate units, man. It's entertaining. You usually actually don't see that in the higher division play. Usually you would just see straight gateway units and Colossus balls, and three gate robo push is, I mean, with just huge immortal timing pushes. That's pretty much what the higher divisions are now. You don't see cool and funny fancy stuff like Stargates, man. That's like something I always complain about on when I do normal casts. Looking back over on the Kemi side of things, he's just kind of droning up right now, getting about 4 more, producing about 14 more links, getting the Evo chamber up, going into Lair Tech, taking a second gas over here in the main. For now, Natural looking really good, fairly well. His third is actually fairly well saturated, getting even more and more drones. I like this, getting on the macro side of things. The only problem at the moment is if Kemi isn't ready for the voids. But I think that Overlord does scout out. If we look at the vision of Kemi, he does find out that there is Stargate right there producing. And actually, if you zoom in, it's cool. You could actually tell what's building. You see that little kind of layout of the void ray. It's pretty cool. If he's actually focused really hard on it to see what it is, he could actually see the void ray right there. Looking at other things we do see right now, I think Evo Chamber just finished up, and Kemi does not want to get into the position that Rindal got into last series. And wait, what? Is that a sheep? I can't even click on that. What the heck is that? That's a sheep! What? Blizzard, what? It's not like a Lyote or something crazy. It's actual sheep. Look at that thing. There's nothing like funky or alien about that thing. Look at what I'm like about to stop the broadcast because I'm like baffled. There's a sheep on the field, guys. There is a sheep on the StarCraft playing field. I don't know what's going on anymore. My mind and my world is blown. We have regular life units in game. It's a Shioti now. But the weird thing is I can't click on it. I think Blizzard's like trolling us, or MLG, or like put that in the map. What the heck is going on? Alright, either way, back to game. I'm like shocked. It just blows my mind. We look right now at Infestation Pit for Kemi is just finished up right now. More drones getting up, 12 roaches getting the missile attacks #1, the centrifugal hooks, and speed upgrades. So should be interesting to see. But on the other side of things, we do see a little bit of a push right now coming from Joesakura. He's got a nice little army. Has that probe to throw down the pylon. There it is. Sentries to throw down some force field. Stalkers to pot shot some stuff once they get force fielded. But I think Kemi is just way too high right now. He is 125 out of 126 supply at the moment. He's going to be able to defend this fairly easily. Only problem is that void ray, but that should not be a problem in its own. He does need to focus fire that void ray though. Once that is gone, he's going to be just fine. There's a lot of roaches right here, and all of Joesakura's units are going to be melted away. He's actually warping at about, is that 5? So he's sitting on about 5 gate, within about 5 stalkers, but I think this is going to be fairly useless. Void Ray actually might pick off the queen. Oh, I actually like this. Kemi actually, before losing the queen, gets one more inject down, and here we go. Now this Void Ray is just going to start taking shots at that natural. I wonder if Sporecaller, if he's going to lift that off, if he does or doesn't. Either way, he's going to be just fine. I feel like he does need to get another queen down there or pop another queen out at the moment, or this natural will get taken down. Sporecrawler getting replaced at the moment. Joesakura, I don't think he's paying attention. He actually might lose his Void Ray if he is not careful enough. And here we go. That Sporecrawler taking that Void Ray, and oh, he's not paying attention. He will lose that Void Ray just barely. Poor guy. I'm putting another Sporecrawler into the third right now. We look right now. Kemi's natural right now has that sheep walking through the middle of it. Still don't understand that. What the heck is going on? Kemi right now back to normal supply. Has that Infestor out, and that's going to be really good against Void Rays if he does pop out more, and it looks like he is right now in production. We do see Joasakura taking his third base right now. I like just throwing down some more cannons. He does need another pylon just in case he gets Artosis. If that's even that should be a word. That should be in the dictionary, Artosis. The ability of losing energy to all your production off of one pylon getting killed. We look right now, I actually don't, right now personally from a standpoint, I don't like what Joasakura is doing at the moment. He has a lot of sentries and just stalkers, and that's going to be a big problem when it comes to roaches and stuff like that. And at any moment when Kemi decides to have anything like Hydras or anything else, he's going to be just fine. And even Infestors, he could just fungal and spit out Infest Terrans and just pick off Void Rays so easily. It's not even funny how strong Infested Terrans are. Meanwhile, we do see our robotics bit getting kind of in production right now. Meanwhile, Immortal popping out. Looks like Shield number 1, I think. Yeah, that's Protoss Shield number 1 getting finished up. 2 more gates getting thrown down, so a little bit more warp in production, and actually just does overall a good job of walling off. The backside of the base is fairly open in a sense if you want to get behind it, but definitely would get hit by some cannons if he did. Looking at Kemi's side of things, doing a good job on the macro side of things. He does have his gold right now. I don't know if actually sees that, and he actually sees the probe right there, and he does. And we'll actually run over that pylon right now. So I think Joasakura is going to try to warp in some units, and oh, he will. He will get some units in time, but unfortunately those Zealots won't do too much. Good reaction time by Kemi getting those roaches right in over there. Pulls drones from the mineral line is going to be just fine at the moment. He's going to try running the Zealots back, and I don't understand at all. Joasakura just wastes pylon and 5 Zealots, and gold base is up and running, functional for Kemi. Kemi is looking great at the moment. Honestly, right now, what Joasakura needs to do, he does need to get those Colossus out. He does need to get those upgrades. He pretty much needs those Colossus out on the field. He needs that splash. He needs that range. He needs something that could DPS with splash and long distance right now, take out a lot of the Zerg units all at once. But he needs it desperately, and he desperately needs it soon, because if Kemi does have kind of a... If he smells blood at any moment, it should be coming up fairly soon. And oh, I actually see it right in front of us. Greater Spire getting morphed right now, so he wants to go Broodlords. At the moment, don't see any Corruptors out on the field just yet. No Corruptors out on the field, so we actually might just see some Corruptors getting morphed here at any moment. Kemi, meanwhile, third base still running just fine, you know. Gold doing well. And yeah, just kind of has a small little army, and I mean at the same time Joasakura doesn't want to press the issue right now. He is in a sense very behind. Well, there's one Colossus out on the field and has just a bunch of sentries, kind of a little bit of a problematic situation for him. On the other side of things, he is trying to take his gold, being really aggressive on the macro side. I guess that is another way you could get back into the game, get back economically. Especially with Protoss. Protoss and Zerg, that's kind of the nice thing. They are able to remax their armies really fast, and especially with Protoss, you're actually able to warp in your army right then and there back into battle, while the Zerg actually has to hatch and go across the map potentially. Interesting decision. We have about 4, 8, 12, 14 sentries out on the field, 2 Colossus, 2 Mortals, a couple of Void Rays. So really interesting unit composition for Joasakura, but it has worked before. Right now we are going to see some roaches are going to kind of go ahead, and that's smart. He's actually just sending one, not going to try to walk in a bunch. Doing a good job checking out, make sure that there's a goal there. Poor Roach going to get picked off probably. Oh, yep, gets picked off. Roach probably got picked off right here at the third too. And on the other side of things, Joasakura actually has it good. He's got an observer right here, so he's actually able to see everything right now. And there are those Corruptors right there that we're talking about. Greater Spire should be finished. He's got to be... We're looking at the mineral. Kemi is floating. Oh, can he get there? Can he get there? Go. Go. He gets there. Kemi is now floating. 10,000 minerals. 1,200 gas. That's incredible. Floating so many minerals at the moment. I like this. He fungals the observer at the moment, and he's going to pick that off. Great job. Good work. He's got the Raven right there just to prevent anything hidden. So not able to see anything burrowed at the moment. We're going to see some Broodlords kind of slowly, I think, fly in over somewhere. No? Oh, I think we just have more Overlord Corruptors form. And he actually might not go into Broodlords, but for now, he's just fine. Look at him floating so many minerals. We see Joasakura doing a good job of spinning, but at the same time, Kemi could just remax here at any moment. These corruptors are starting to take a pretty much focus fire on this Colossus.